Hey, to the person who sold me their car on September 21st, if this is September 24th and the rapture didn't happen, you're not getting your car back.
If you are seeing this video, you are cooked. You missed the rapture. If you were hoping the rapture was gonna come so you didn't have to go to work tomorrow, I am sorry, you are cooked. You going to work. If you made social media posts happy about finally going home, I am sorry, you are cooked.
Don't let anybody mock you. You are entitled to think that the rapture is coming. And if you believe that the rapture is coming, know that I completely support you. I'm going to ask you to send me a DM so I can give you my account information, because you can't take it with you. So you may as well just send it to someone who is kind and caring and supportive. I am absolutely able to take care of all the resources that you're going to leave behind. I look forward to hearing from you. Safe travels on your journey, and thank you.
White people are outraged and in emotional meltdown because of the rapture, which did not occur as they expected. So some of the white people believed that it was to occur on 23rd of this month, and while there are others who believed that it was to occur on 24th of this month. So some even went to church, made their last prayers. Others were donating their property, giving out money, selling their property. Some sold their cars. Others, even some were crying that they were going to have their last time with their kids. And unfortunately, it never happened. And so they are having emotional meltdown because some have gone broke. And others had even quit their jobs because they knew that was the end. Yeah, so this video is gonna unfold very crazy. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button for more great content like this. Let's get to the rest of the video.
So a bunch of Christians on social media think that tomorrow the 23rd is the rapture, and they've been posting all over social media about it. And people are having a lot of fun with it. But let's talk about religious psychosis for a moment, shall we?
My husband wanted me to request off work for September 23rd. So I requested off, and it was denied. And I wasn't stressing about it. But Thursday in the car, I prayed and I asked God, whenever the rapture happens, whether it is next week, next month, next year, can you please just arrange things where I can be home with my family when it happens? About 4 hours later, I was fired.
That woman believes that God got her fired from her job so that she could spend the rapture with her family. She mentioned later, like, oh, I just gotten some extra PTO days and stuff, but then they decided to be upset about something I've been doing for 6 months but didn't get upset about until now. So they found out that you were doing something wrong, and they fired you for it. It's not divine intervention. That's just getting caught. Thinking like that is not rational or logical, and it's not a sane, well mind that thinks that way. But that's pretty harmless, it would seem. This next woman I'm going to show you, and by the way, I want you to go find none of these people. Oh, these people are not doing well. This is not about making fun of them, okay? But this woman, I mean, she's really struggling with this.
Okay, I'm literally about to crash out. Are we not scared? Come on. To think that if the rapture is happening, if the rapture is gonna happen in a few days, when they say it's gonna happen, that means I only have a few days left with my kids.
She said it herself. She's crashing out. She's having a full-on meltdown about losing her babies because of the rapture. That's her being inconsolable, just being a blubbering mess. That's not good. That's not a sign of a sound mind. That's someone who needs help. And later, when people were telling her that's religious psychosis, she just went into, oh no, it's my faith, and see, in the Bible it says this and that. Here's the issue with something like this. Everyone's having a good time laughing at the people making videos. But this kind of psychosis, when there's a date and a time and an event, and you have people who are unwell, who are expecting something to happen, and then it doesn't because it won't, that is like a breeding ground for family annihilators, for example. Almost certainly someone is going to be like, what do you mean God didn't come get us? My children are supposed to be with God today. And then they take steps to make that happen. be it a shotgun or a ball-peen hammer, or making everybody pray in the garage while the car idles. This kind of stuff happens when we let people who are saying things that are clear signs of them needing mental help and just going, it's just their faith. It's just their belief. Leave them alone. They're harmless. They're harmless until they're not. And this shit should not be normalized.
If you are seeing this video, you are cooked. You missed the rapture. If you were hoping the rapture was gonna come so you didn't have to go to work tomorrow, I am sorry, you are cooked. You going to work. If you made social media posts happy about finally going home, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are already home. If you gave away all your belongings and money, I am sorry, you are cooked. You're going to be homeless. Now, if you are not seeing this video, congratulations. You may have been assassinated or you have been raptured. But if you are seeing this video, I am sorry, you are cooked. Now, if you lead a good life, you can still get to heaven. For the next 70 years, I am sorry, you are cooked. If you believed a random South African man spoke to Jesus in his dream, I am sorry, you are cooked. You are Scam Likely Call's favorite customers. If you quit your job because you are ready for the rapture, I am sorry, you are cooked. Nobody's hiring. You going to DoorDash. Now, if you didn't believe any of this was going to happen in the first place, congratulations, you are safe from having to make an apology video. Like for part 2.
Okay, y'all. So, like, I promise, I'm not laughing at, I'm not trying to disrespect anybody's beliefs or anything like that. But I'm driving Uber, right? And so I had no idea that the rapture was coming. And so I picked up this couple from church, and they get in my car, and, they're weeping. And I'm like, hey, hi, how you doing? Whatever, is everything okay? Because I saw, like, they were, like, not, like, hysterically crying, but they were, like, emotional, right? And so I'm like, hey, is everything okay? They were like, yeah, the Lord is coming back. Jesus is coming back tomorrow. And I was like, wait, like, tomorrow? They were like, yeah, I think it's, like, between the 23rd and the 24th. I was like, okay. Now, when I did go to church, I just assumed, this is just me. I thought it said it didn't, they know the hour when he coming back. It's been like 2,000 years since he left, and now he's supposed to be coming back and stuff. So I don't know. It's not my lane. However, they got in the car and they were like weeping until they tell me this. And so we're talking, and they're like, well, how are you? Is everything okay in your life? Like, we're trying to donate our money because we're not going to be here. The Lord is coming back and we're going to leave, and there's still going to be people here on earth, and things are going to change. So how are you doing? I said, I'm okay, but I could always, use some help. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to turn down nothing. They were like, okay, well, we were praying and we were all in church, and the pastor, he agreed that, the Lord is coming back. And I'm thinking to myself, like, did he agree that the Lord is coming back, or did he agree that the Lord is coming back within the next 2 or 3 days? Regardless, they were like, we were just praying because we have all this money. We want to give it away. I'm here. I'm here for the coins. Give me the coins. I'm here. So they were like, we were in church and we prayed, like, Lord, we're going to order this Uber, and whoever our Uber driver is, we know that this person is going to need this money. So we want to go ahead and bless them with the money. You can. So look it. So they give me like this bundle. So it's like a bundle full of cash. Now, keep in mind, in this bundle, there's even coins in it because it was like in this like cup thingy or whatever. So there's even like euros, and I see some Canadian money in here. So there's dollars, there's hundreds, there's 20s, there's fives. Like, there's all the denominations inside of this. So I have yet to count it up. So I'm going to count it up and come back. Hold on. Okay, so I counted the money. It turned out to be $1,915 and some change. I didn't count all the change. It was probably more. So $1,915. So that's what they gave me in person. So they were like crying, and they were like, we just want to bless you. We prayed and we asked the Lord that the Uber driver that we got, that they would actually need this, and we would bless them because it's about to get really, really tough after Jesus comes back. Now, I don't know too much about the rapture. I mean, I learned about it, but I don't really remember. I think that if you have the Lord in your life, then you're going to be caught up to meet him. So you're going to leave, and like your clothes are going to just, we're going to go in. I guess people like me are going to go into the house and find the people that left, like find their clothes or something like that. So I don't know how it goes, but because there's some people, what if they accepted the Lord, but then they don't live right? But I don't know how it goes. I don't know the details of the fine print of it, right? But what I do know is that these people gave me $1,900 today. And so when I dropped them off, they lived in a nice neighborhood. I be driving in a nice neighborhood, y'all, and I be getting the good passengers. So they lived in a nice neighborhood. And so they were like, you know what? What's your Cash App? Give us your Zelle. Give us your Venmo. Give us your this. And I was like, okay, I have all of those except Apple Pay. So don't do the Apple Pay. But I do take Cash App. I do take Zelle. I do take Venmo. And I do take cash. So thank y'all for this. They were like, yeah, we want to get together, and we're having a prayer meeting tonight, and we're going to just put all our money together. We're going to give away houses. We're going to give away cars. We're giving away different things. We're just giving everything away because we won't be here. We're leaving this earth. This earth is temporary. So we want to give away all this stuff, and let this be a sign to you that Jesus is real, and he's coming back within the next couple of days. I was like, oh, wow. I really thank y'all, and I appreciate y'all for this generous donation. It really came in handy. And I will accept any more donations that y'all want to give me. So I left them with all my information. And I'm hoping I hear from them, because this will help out with a lot of stuff. So thank y'all. I didn't know that the rapture was coming. I didn't know what we were about to enter into, but I'm glad. And they even said warning comes before destruction. That's what they said. And I said, okay, thank y'all for blessing me with this money and more money to come. So y'all can write me off the house if y'all want to. I know it's paid off. If y'all would have started, I know their house is paid off. So I don't mind having a house in the neighborhood that they were in. I think it has an HOA to it, but if it's a paid off house, that's fine. I can find the money to pay the HOA. But yeah, I didn't know this, y'all. Nobody told me. Ain't nobody told me nothing. But I'm excited, that they're going back to meet the Lord. I don't know. I don't really know the details. Y'all don't get mad at me. I'm just saying. I don't know. I guess they're going back to meet the Lord, but the Lord is telling them to give away their stuff while they're here. And so they were very generous. They're having a prayer meeting with a whole bunch of other people that believe the same thing as them tonight, and they're getting together. So I might have a house that's paid off later on. Might have a couple more cars to sell. They might Zelle me, Venmo me, pick up an offering for me. I mean, I do need it. And since y'all gonna be gone, the house gonna be empty anyway. The car's just gonna be sitting there. The clothes, your Louis Vuitton, your Givenchy, your Gucci, it's just gonna be there. So I mean, why not give it to somebody like me? I'm gonna be here on earth anyway, so you going on, the glory. So just give me the stuff, I don't mind. Okay, so apparently some of these people have even quit their jobs. So I'm in communication with the couple that I picked up from their church. So I picked them up from their church. They gave me $1,900 as a donation because they said that Jesus Christ is coming back I got the dates. They gave me the dates. He's coming back anywhere between the 23rd and the 25th. And they said he is coming back at night. And so, because they say it's something about like a thief in the night or something like that. And I was like, okay, so they say he is coming back at night, but they don't know which night. They say it's between the 23rd and the 25th. They say that they've been told something about a dove in the sky, a bird that the Lord sent to somebody and told them that. I don't know the full story, but the people end up FaceTiming me. So the couple FaceTime me. So I wish they had calls so I could record it off my other phone or something like that. But I don't want to be too sneaky, because these people are entrusting me with their unholy funds. They say the love of money is the root of all evil. I don't love money, but I know that I do need money to pay my bills. And since some people are about to be raptured up, y'all not gonna need the money anyway. And so since I've been put in this position, so anyways, I'm on FaceTime with them. So they got a couple of people already at their house getting ready for the prayer meeting. So they say that they're planning to stay up. They're fasting until the Lord comes. So they said they're fasting until the Lord comes. They're gonna be staying up. They're gonna be praying, and doing different things like that. So I was like, okay. So they got a couple of people at their house. So I'm on FaceTime with them. So they're showing me around. So I guess I'm the chosen one for these group of people. And so they show me around. They're like, yeah, this is him. We bless him. And the Lord just said that the Uber driver, be a blessing to this guy and just give him your stuff and give him the money. And so we gave him the money and stuff like that. And then we told him, we'd be in contact with him. So this is him. And, I'm waving. I'm saying, hey, how y'all doing? Y'all ready to go? And, congratulations. Y'all made it in. Y'all get to that gate and stuff. And so they was like, yeah, well, do you know the Lord? I said, oh, I'm not here for that. I'm staying. I'm going to be here. Y'all go ahead on, be in that first trip. Y'all go on that first trip. And, maybe y'all can send us some signs, once y'all already get up there. You know what I'm saying? And so I said, y'all go ahead on, but I'm staying here. And so one of the ladies was like, yeah, well, I quit my job. So apparently they found out about this last week. I'm late to the party. I didn't know that Jesus was coming back after 2,000 years of being gone. All of a sudden in 2025, between September 23rd and the 25th, I didn't know. So one of the ladies was like, yeah, I already quit my job. A couple of them was in the background saying, yeah, I'm not even gonna give a notice. I'm just gonna call them tomorrow and say, hey, all this is about to shut down. The Lord is coming back and I'm doing this. I say, okay. So the guy was saying the 401k. And that's when we started talking. So he said the 401k, he want to withdraw the money out and distribute the money. And I said, okay, well, I don't mind helping y'all if y'all need a ride to go, do the paperwork, whatever. I'm all y'all's from now until y'all go up to meet the Lord. I'm here for y'all. Y'all don't even have to pay me for the rides now because y'all giving me the lump sums and stuff like that. So don't worry about it. So we talking, and he said, yeah, we got to get the 401k stuff, together. And I'm like, well, I think that take a couple of days or maybe a couple of weeks to get that changed. But if anything happens, just put me as the beneficiary, you don't have to do the withdrawal, because I think the withdrawal take like, 7-10 business days, and y'all already be gone. So at least change the paperwork. Let me come with y'all. I got my ID, my name, my birth certificate, I'm from here, and my U.S. passport, all that, and we could just change me to beneficiary, and then that way I could be in charge of everything for y'all, So he said, okay, they're going to be looking into the 401k stuff because he knows he had that. So they scrambling around. Because they saying that the Lord didn't give them enough time to get everything together, but they want to give it away. So some people have said, like, how do you feel that they got in your car and they automatically thought or think that you're not in that number? Listen, I don't want to be in that number, baby. Like I said, y'all go up there first and let me know, because I might not get into heaven. You know what I'm saying? But I had prayed, and at least if I don't get in, I can live outside of the city. You know how sometimes you want to live in like a city, like people move to Atlanta, they move to Houston, they move to LA, but it's a little expensive to live in the city. It's like, it's a lot of money to stay in the city, but you move in on the outskirts. So if they got like an outskirt of heaven, like, I live on the outskirts of heaven, or I'm not in the gate, but I can still call my family, check in, hey grandma, how you doing? Hey grandpa, I know you went up there, whatever, so just checking in with y'all, but I don't think I'm actually gonna get in anyway, so I don't want to take that first trip there. So I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna hold it down here. I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take care of y'all house. They got cars, y'all, and I don't know if y'all saw the last video, but I tagged the area that I was in, and these people got money, okay? This is a nice neighborhood, in LA County. So I'm like, hey, listen. So I asked them about the cars. So one of the ladies and her husband, they were there. So it was about like maybe 10 of them at the house right now. Now, mind you, it's more than meeting up at the house. They can do their prayer circle and stay up until the Lord come back, get all the paperwork together and distribute stuff, right? So they were saying that they already sold their car. They sold their car to dealership this weekend at yesterday, Saturday. They sold their car to CarMax yesterday, and they gave the money to the church today. They gave a check to the church. So I'm like, well, sister, you got to address them in their titles. I said, well, sister, why did you give the money to the church if, y'all all going? Isn't the pastor, the first lady, the second lady, third lady, because, the pastor got like 3-4 wives and stuff. Well, I'm sorry. He got one wife and like 3 mistresses, But I'm like, why the pastor and y'all giving it to the church and the first family and the church, but y'all all could be caught up together. But apparently some people from the church staying too, because I'm like, y'all should have saved that check. I wish I would have picked them up, but y'all would have met me before giving me the check, because they sold a Mercedes-Benz and they gave the church $38,000. See, they real open with the information because they leaving in a couple of days. So they not holding nothing back. They ain't got no secrets because they're about to go, right? So she said the check, $38,000, they gave it to the church. Don't know why they gave the money to the church. You know what I'm saying? Because the church, everybody in the church is supposed to be gone. Which is my next point, to where is why they giving money to strangers, because they say their whole family, in particular, these people, they like, okay, we all leaving. The Lord Jesus has come back for all of us, so we giving it to other people. So I'm not even offended. I'm like, I'm a black man with blonde hair. So no, I don't want to take the first trip up to glory. Like I said, I might not even make it into the gates, but if there's an outskirts of heaven, I don't mind, going in there. Maybe I can stay in the garden, help y'all out in the garden. If he do let me in heaven, I could work in the garden, or I could, help Job and them out, Job family, or, one of them, like just be a help to Ruth and Boaz. I'm sure I can help them out. They got that, Boaz on the thing and he married Ruth. So I can help out with that kind of stuff. Or Jonah and the whale, Noah. I don't mind going, meet Noah and them. I could go work for Noah. Noah, he'll probably, maybe, are they have an ark coming? Noah might come. How did the Lord come back? I think it's fire this time. But if Noah want to build a second ark, for the next time, I don't mind. Yeah, I'll help Noah and him so I can get a job to get in. I can be on a work visa. That's perfect. I can be on a work visa in heaven and then just live on the outskirts, unless they do deportation. I don't know how it works. I don't know what Jesus is doing. But, like I said, right now where we're at is I'm waiting to hear back from them, because I gave them my Cash App and everything, all the Cash App, the Zelle, and the Venmo, so that way I can start receiving the payment. So they said soon enough, once they get everybody there, they'll start sending me money. And so I can just have that money. And I say, well, listen, I can be a driver for all of y'all. In the meantime, till y'all leave by the 25th, I can drive y'all around to y'all appointments, go see the lawyers, the 401k, putting y'all notices at y'all jobs. I told y'all these folks' houses is paid off. These people ain't got no mortgages. Change over the deeds or whatever. Have all this stuff work. Just go head on. You know what I'm saying? I can do that for y'all. So that's the process I'm in right now. Like I said, I'm, whatever. I'm not even offended. I can be that, liaison between here and y'all with, heaven till y'all leave. So I'm okay with that.
Good morning. I am reporting live. It is 7 a.m. September the 23rd here in Asheville, North Carolina, and I wanted to show you guys something. Check this out. I have been up since about 6 a.m. before sunrise. Actually, I think I woke up at 5 a.m. I've been watching, and I haven't seen anybody floating upwards. So maybe it hasn't happened yet, but don't worry. I'm sitting out on my deck, and I will report if I see anybody floating upwards. Take care, and go go about your days normal.
If you are still here, Earthside, with the rest of us heathens on September 24th, 2025, what then? How does this change your ideology and how you move in this world? Will it make you reflect upon anything critically at all? Or will you just quietly move the goalpost? I don't want to hear about what you're doing to prepare your house for after you're beamed up or whatnot. I don't want to hear about all the Bibles you're stashing for those who are left behind because maybe they can find the Lord for its intrinsic value since the good ones have already been taken away. How will you change if you are still here on the 24th? That is all I want to know. So many of you justify your nonsense with this specific nonsense. So when you have put a timestamp, an expiration date on one of these things, what happens the day after it doesn't happen? Or does it not matter? Or does it not matter? I guess it doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter.
Happy Rapture Day, bitches! Y'all still in this bitch. I bet y'all somewhere punching the motherfucker early. You thought you weren't going to work today, bitch, didn't you? Boy, y'all know y'all motherfucking shame me. I know y'all, I know it's somebody right there standing outside, butt boot ass naked, punching the air, mad as a motherfucker. Hell, y'all better off waiting on the goddamn aliens to come, bitch, because they coming. And I'm waiting. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't got to pack shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to be sitting in my living room and they going to hit the ring camera and let me know they outside. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all had better chances of waiting on the damn aliens. I told y'all to wait until November to motherfucking Thanksgiving. They coming? But yeah, about the rapture, nah, that ain't gonna happen. I told y'all wasn't going no motherfucking where. Y'all woke up still in this bitch, mad in the motherfucker. I know y'all somewhere crashing the fuck out, but it's okay. It's okay. You should've catch your ass bad last night, like I told you. Y'all was up last night with all that goddamn anxiety like it was gonna be your first day of school, bitch, just to wake up to be still up in this bitch. How do you feel? Buy muscle hair hoes.
Why are people filling up their cars with gas, buying canned goods, and toilet tissue if the rapture is coming? It's not a hurricane. This is not a hurricane. It's a rapture. Why do you need gas? Do you think God wants you to drive to heaven? No. You're not going to be driving to heaven. You don't need gas. And why do you need toilet tissue? Taking a shit is going to be the last thing on your mind. And canned goods, you don't need that tuna. Okay, I'm sure the food in heaven tastes really good. I'm sure God has a buffet for us. Okay, whatever you want, I'm sure he got in heaven. Chill, relax. And you know what? As a millennial, ever since I was a kid, like, people always make a big deal about stuff like this. I remember in 99, it was the same thing. Everybody was buying gas. Why? The world is about to end. Why do you need gas? Okay, 2012, it was the same thing. People buying gas and toilet tissue and canned goods. You don't need that. The world is going to end. But it probably won't end. It's not going to end, okay? It's not going to end. And some of the comments are really funny, though. I've been reading, like, a lot of comments, and people are saying a lot of stuff. This one lady was like, oh, my birthday is in a couple days. Why does it come on my birthday? I'll be pissed if it came on my birthday. Somebody else was like, Beyonce didn't even drop Act 3 yet. What? Beyonce should be the last thing on your mind if the world is going to end. Like, but the world won't end, y'all. The world won't end. What kind of food do y'all think God got in heaven, though? Do you think he got, like, rice and peas and oxtail and stuff? And Popeyes? Is there Popeyes in heaven?
So y'all have gotten caught up in the rapture of dumb. It is indeed September the 23rd, and we are still here on Earth. I've just been informed that the rapture has been rescheduled for either tomorrow or Thursday. It is my assumption that Lauryn Hill was in charge of creating a schedule for the Lord's return. Maybe God had to get his chakras in order. This is what happens when you guys do not study the word for yourselves. The word clearly says, no man or woman, or he, she, it, they, or we, will know the day or the hour. Please stop selling and giving your stuff away. Please continue to pay your mortgage, your light bill, your car notes, and put groceries in your home. And stop giving your money away to these snake oil salesmen that have proven today, will prove tomorrow, and even Thursday, that they are nothing more than false prophets. And please don't get caught up in the rapture of dumb.
So today is Tuesday, September 23rd. And you know, people are saying that the rapture is supposed to happen today. I don't know if it already happened, if we still waiting for it to happen. Hey, I don't know, maybe they're going to do it in batches. Like they got a 9 o'clock batch, a 12 o'clock batch, a 3 o'clock and a 6 o'clock, maybe a last minute 9 o'clock p.m. batch. I don't know. I will say this. Brooklyn is uncharacteristically quiet and empty right now. I don't know where the people are at. They probably got raptured up already. I don't know. Or maybe they're all at work. I'm still here, so clearly I didn't get raptured. Maybe I'm going to be in like one of the afternoon batches, the evening batches. I don't know. I'll probably still be here tomorrow. Did y'all get raptured? Are y'all watching this from heaven? If you watching this, let me know where you at in the comments. Are you on earth? You in heaven? Did you go to hell? I need to know where you at. Also, if there's any billionaires who get raptured, I know it won't be a lot of y'all because rich people don't go to heaven. But for the little bit who do go, can I have your house? Like if you got one of them big fancy apartment buildings in Manhattan, let me have it. Let me have that unit. But I hope you rapture up the property taxes with you because I'm not paying for nothing.
Yes, so white people were outraged and in emotional meltdown because of the rapture, which never happened as they expected. Some are going broke because they had given out the whole of their property. You know, they gave out their mansions, they gave out their cars, they gave out huge amounts of money that they had. And it's very funny how these people believed in this rapture because some even went to church and made their last prayers. Some of the white people even were filling their cars with gas, and I don't know what is the essence of that, because I don't know whether they believe that they were going to drive up to heaven or what. Some were buying canned goods. I even don't understand the essence of that, because if it was going to heaven, I believe that in heaven there is a lot of food, a lot of even good foods, leave alone the canned ones. Some even were buying toilet tissues. I don't understand the essence of that. So it's very funny how these people believed in rapture. Some even quit their jobs because they believed that that was the end. Some were crying how it was the last time of them seeing their kids. Yeah, so there is different stories of how these people did, and all in all is that right now, they are outraged, they are emotional meltdown because it never happened as they expected. Yeah, so I'd like to know, what are your thoughts and opinions about this down in the comment section. Yeah, so until the next episode, for now, goodbye.